Welcome back to my channel, Oral Tradition. How are you, my people? I am really happy to see you guys today. It's a wonderful day. My God, I couldn't wait to come back on to give you this episode. This episode today is going to be about children and chores. Children and chores. And I'm going to put in my disclaimer because this is not for everybody. Not everybody really wants their children to learn how to do anything in the house. Not everybody wants their children to be domesticated, but I think it's very important because I've learned it and it has helped me and my family, and I'm just sharing it with other people. So if it's not for you, I understand. But in this time that we're living in, I believe it will be helpful to a lot of people. So I'm just going to go into some of the things that I learned as a young child. As young as 6, 7, and 8, we were taught to we were taught proper hand washing. We were taught good personal hygiene. So we had to start bathing ourselves at that age, 6, 7, and 8. Brush our teeth, wash our faces, and when we are taking a bath, your parents watch you. So when your children are taking baths, 6, 7, and 8, let them go into the bathroom and you give them some time and you go in there and see what they're doing. Because these children are very clever and they're very slick and they run the water like they're paying for it. And when you go in there, the back is as dry as a chip. You hear me? They're not bathing. So we want to teach them to wash their hands when they come out from the road, wherever they're coming from, school, church, the park, wherever. Wash your hands before you touch anything. Then they want to learn to wash their hands when they go to the bathroom to do number 1 or number 2. And these children love to say, I didn't do it. When you say wash your hands, I didn't do it. I know you didn't do it, but you have to wash your hands regardless, right? And you have to wash your hands before you eat and after you eat. Then teach them, the kids, to throw the sheet over the bed, even if it's not done neatly. But you have to learn because you can't be doing everything for them. You have to be like the eagle, ruffle the nest so they learn to help themselves. Okay? So that's what we were taught. Taught to make up the bed. 7-year-old, they have to start dusting the little furniture, the little nightstand, the little chest of drawer, whatever, little dresser. Let them clean it off. If they make the mess, let them clean it off. Because once they start doing it, they will eventually, it becomes a habit. If they do it 21 days in a row, it becomes a habit. They say whatever you do for 21 days, it eventually becomes a habit, right? So if you teach them that, then sweep out the little room. Sweep out your room. Is you sleeping in there? So why the clothes on the floor? And parents, let me tell you this. Even if you're tired, you put your clothes into a bag or something, but don't walk out of your clothes and leave it and expect the children not to follow suit. Whatever they see you do, if they see you make your bed, they'll make theirs. If they, when you encourage them and say, Sammy make your bed or Beverly make your bed, they're going to do it because they see you do it. Because these children today, they are saying, Mommy, you don't make your bed. Them will argue with you, They will argue with you. So make sure you do it. Because if you not do it, them not do it either. Because back in the days, we couldn't ask a question, but them are picking now. Them are asking, why do I have to do it and you don't make yours? So we have to lead by example. Now, at age 9 years old, a child should be able to give you a drink of water and the glass is clean and the water is clean, right? They have to start learning to wash dishes. Smell the glass to see if it's clean. Look in there to see if it's clean before you carry water and embarrass yourself. You give somebody water to drink and embarrass yourself. Okay? It's important that they learn how to clean out the food out of the fork teeth. Because sometimes the food dry onto the fork teeth and you tell them to wash plate, and when you go check the fork full of food. They need to pay attention to what they are doing. Anything a child does, make sure they do it with excellence. I don't care what they're doing, right? They do it with excellence. Wash up the plate them because they have dishwashing. Then I have used susumba leaf and trash out a coconut bowl. No, they don't. I mean the coconut skin. And that we have to use, and ashes. And them they have steel wool, they have Brillo, them have Scotch Bright and all them things there, and feed them pot bottom dark like a midnight because nobody not teach you them nothing. We have this tendency to say, especially us from the Caribbean and other countries, black people, well, I'm just glad I can take care of my children and give them the things that I never had. Or I cannot give them some of where you have, some of the things that you learn back in the days. Right? So they're supposed to be washing plate at age 9 and helping you in the kitchen. You understand me? I cut up 2 carrots and I take out the stuff them out of the fridge to give you so you can cook the food. Meanwhile, they're watching you. Because some kids, they're really, really, really very attentive when they come into the kitchen. They want to know how to make this and how to make that. We soon get to that. No. When a child is 12 years old, a child is supposed to be able to make a sandwich. I mean male and female. I not just talk about girls because we act like kitchen are just for girls. But most of the big cooks them that I know and chefs, they are men. So you make sure you train your boys and girls how to cook and get themselves in the kitchen. They're supposed to can make some tea, cook some rice, scramble an egg. If you're 12, you're supposed to can scramble egg and make a little breakfast if you go to school. Yes, man, it will help you. Because let me tell you something, a whole heap of people are getting married, and then the man can cook and the woman can cook. So some McDonald's them eat and Wendy's and them something, So so you not have no money for save. Because you don't know what to do. You don't know how to cook. Cook like a seasoned rice and cook like a cabbage and like a callaloo or something, because every day you can eat steak and them and meat and even good nowadays. So you have to know how to do something. If you can bake a cake, you have to buy it. If you can bake a daughter birthday cake, you have to buy about $45 for cake, and a source of sugar and flour. God bless a few eggs with them put in it. So we have to be careful here. We have to be wise here. So the little girl is supposed to be able to make a sandwich, like I said earlier. And she took out the lettuce out of the fridge and she's supposed to wash it in a salt water to make sure no bugs and no dirt not upon it. Because sometimes, you see some people and they say them serving a sandwich and you watch them and them make the sandwich. I always say no thank you, because you can't slap on the dirty lettuce and the bread and the cold cuts and say you're going to give it to me, because I don't want that to eat. Because it's not clean. You understand? And that's some you grow. So it is very, very important that we train our children. So my granddaughter, she had 13. So she can make cheesecake. And her bigger sister, when she was about her age or a little younger, she had baked one thing. I don't remember with some swirl, I don't know what it name, but I taste it, and the first one she did was okay, but the second one, they come out tough because she never put enough baking powder in it. But I tell you, say it has the same taste and everything. And nobody not teach you, YouTube, she go up and go learn, because she's passionate about baking and doing something for herself, so they can help themselves, right? And I was taught those things at a young age. No, children today, they go to school and they come home and they do their homework, and you give them the dinner or something to eat, and then they just watch TV. So then tomorrow morning now, did you see my book bag? Did you see my shoes? You should have taken care of that from last night. So nobody can ask today about if we see it, because I not see it. I mean, if me see it, me not tell you either, because it's not my business. You understand what I'm saying? When you are 9, 10, 11, I'm not supposed to be telling you anything about where you put your stuff. You're supposed to put your bag at a certain place. You're supposed to have your shoes nearby. So tomorrow morning you grab everything and you take your shower, have your breakfast, and you go put on your clothes and you go to school. But we have them watching TV all night, and then tomorrow morning now they don't know where anything is. No, when I was a kid, going to school. My mother went to another country to work, so I was going to a prep school. And I was 9 years old. My great grandmother had arthritis in her hands, so she couldn't wash. Me have to wash my white uniform, white skirt, and white blouse. And a 4 uniform they have, so and it's 5 days of school. So you see, the first day when I go to school and come back, I have to wash that suit. That means during the week I can iron it and put it up. And we never wait till the next morning for iron, because in fact I couldn't wait, because I would fire, and sometimes you use the oil stove, and you have to be careful, because then when the oil stove they blaze up and block up the iron, you have to clean it off and iron the clothes on the wrong side. You understand me? So that's how we do. We never have no electric iron for just come plug in. And sometimes I ask, did you see the iron? You should have make sure you iron the clothes from last night. That means this man you not have that problem. That never happened to me. And listen, my mother had left, and like I said, and went away. So me have to be creative and learn stuff, because my granny not tell me everything. Anyhow, me get messed up. The bus go and leave me, and I can't go to school that day. So if it happened to me one time, it not going to happen twice. You have to get creative. But I believe we took the creativity out of our children. We do everything for them. Everything is made for them. You understand what I'm saying? And we act treating the children like beauty queens and paper dolls. Them meat can't eat, Let me tell you, if you don't believe me, them meat can't eat. Them on a fish, them on a beef, them on a mutton, and them on a pork either. So make sure you teach them how to do certain things. Because if we don't teach them, they are going to become poor husbands and poor wives. You understand? And say my son married to your daughter, and your daughter can't do nothing. You know, so me have to burn up my hand all when me 80 to cook for my son. You're supposed to can cook. And him can cook too. Me teach my opinion them to do everything, Because I say I better learn, Because my and them tough for me, me know the whole cooking all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure have those things in place. Make sure you have those things in place. And I think I have to do a part 2 to this video, because this is very, 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 very vital in this time that I'm talking about here. I think early in the 1990s, or early in the 2000s, I believe, like about 2006, maybe that time it was really going down in a what you call it, an economic situation there, where they were getting like a, what you call it, depression, or not depression, recession. We were going into a recession, sliding into a recession. And I see people who used to buy lunch at work, they have to start cook their lunch and carry it. They had some little nice little lunch package in Bobby's store and different store, variety stores. And everybody have them little thing, because them can't afford lunch anymore. So when you can do your own lunch, you don't have to go out there and spend, because some of these places that we buy food, they don't wash on much. I saw like a penny them iron, and these like a places where they don't be themselves good. So we have to be very, very creative, very industrious, and learn how to do stuff for ourselves, right? And like I was saying earlier, it's not only for the girls alone, Boys feel learn to do things for themselves, cook for yourself, iron your own clothes, everything you feel learn to do for yourself. If your pants need to fix, you can hold your needle and fix it yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is an individualistic society. So if you don't know if you sew on a button, you have to leave the pants and it's a good pants. It's just that the button pop off. So don't tell me that you don't have to teach your children those things. It's very, very important. Believe me, you will benefit from what I'm saying today. So don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe, like and share, and leave a comment. And I'm coming back with this part 2 of this video because we need to really make you understand what I'm going here. We need to make you understand what I want. Time hard, you know. Money hard for come by. You understand what I'm saying? So try to bake a little pudding. You know what I'm saying? Do something, man. Do something, do something, do something. Create a little dish. Create a little dish. And every day we can eat rice and peas and steak. Rice and peas and oxtail expensive. So until next time, we're coming right back at you with another video about children and chores. They need to do chores. Their meat can't eat. Believe you me.